Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to today's episode of Canal Days, what life was like in the industrial Connecticut River Valley. As always, I am your host Carrie, and along with my co-host, founder of Historical Tours of Greater Holyoke, Robert Comu, our Canal Days series explores historic sites throughout Massachusetts with Robert's expertise of the state's history as our personal guide. Each episode, we discover another historic location or landmark, exploring the significance within. Today's episode, we'll be exploring the Park Congregational Church, located in Springfield, Massachusetts. Formerly located in Springfield, Massachusetts. So, where in Springfield did the church exist?
Yes, thanks for listening to the podcast, and we'll talk about location first. In 1889, they decided to build this Park Congregational at the corner of Clarendon Street with the very busy St. James Avenue, right at one of the triangular corners of the Thompson Park. So today we'll talk about not only where it is, the history, and what's become of it, and then we'll talk about the whole neighborhood, because the whole neighborhood is pretty darn cool. Now, this church used to be easy to find, but not anymore. It's a little harder to find. But it used to be near the Thompson Triangle itself.
And tell us about the history of the church.
Well, in 1889, they decided to start a new congregation for themselves, and they started up this beautiful Park Congregational Church. And if we look at pictures from a long, long time ago, it used to have a roundish turret on the top of it. Its style is from the very popular Romanesque revival style, almost to the point of Henry Hobson Richardson Romanesque style. He did 4 structures in Springfield. He did not do this one. He was not alive anymore in 1889. But it has a heavy look like that. And the turret was taken down, sometime in the 20s or 30s probably. And it lost that little bit of itself. Now, it's in a very famous McKnight neighborhood. And the church at first would grow and grow in the amount of people that would come around. But by the 40s, 50s, and 60s, it started going downhill drastically. And a lot of churches had that problem too. And so by the 1973, it was sold, or it was merged with another group, the South Congregational Church, which is much deeper into Springfield on Maple Street. And then after this merger, this property was sold to the Faith Baptist Church. Okay, but then they had a big problem. They had a fire that mostly affected anything above the first floor, the second floor, and gabled sections up top. And they were able to save a bit of the ground floor and then reconstruct around that portion and use a brick veneer this time and put a bit of a strange little tower on the front entrance. And nothing about like a turret, but rather a rectangular piece that was kind of very elongated. And even by 2013, it was sold again. And then by 2019, kaput, it was taken down. So that's the history of that little building.
Are you fascinated by history and eager to explore the hidden gems of Massachusetts? Or maybe just looking for an enjoyable cultural activity for the family? Look no further than Historical Tours of Greater Holyoke, founded by Robert Comu. With over a decade of experience, Robert offers captivating public tours and presentations of historic sites and landmarks throughout the state. Whether you're interested in canals, cemeteries, or charming old churches, Robert's tours provide a unique and enriching experience for all. And that's not all. You can also book private tours tailored to your interests, ensuring a personalized and unforgettable adventure. Perfect for families and groups of all sizes, making an exciting hands-on learning experience that brings history to life. Simply visit holyokecanaltour.org or Email bobcat4214, capital B, at yahoo.com to schedule your private tour today. But wait, there's more. Don't miss out on Robert's podcast and video series, Canal Days, where you can dive even deeper into the rich history of the Connecticut River Valley. Plus, for those who may not be local or would rather enjoy on the go or from the comfort of their home, Canal Days brings the history right to your screen. So why wait? Discover the past with historical tours of Greater Holyoke and make memories that will last a lifetime. And remember to log on to holyokecanaltour.org. We're back with our Canal Days Park Congregational Church episode. And can you explain what happened to the church and what became of it?
My best guess is when they remodeled it in 1973 after that fire, they used a brick veneer around the first floor, and it had stone masonry around it at that point. Maybe they put the brick veneer over that stone. That's my best guess. I doubt they had steel beams in the original church. Maybe they had to replace those. They probably were, in the beginning, wooden beams. They probably replaced those. So probably in 1973, they didn't do a great job. Because if you rebuild or remodel a building, and it's only a half century later, or 48 years later, they'd have to take it down. That's very strange. And so what probably happened is they really didn't do a good job on the 1970 remodel. And that's probably allowed water to seep in to a lot of different seams on it. It was a flat roof church by the end after they took out the gables, and they probably didn't do a great job on the connections. And so it was also abandoned in 2013. And an abandonment, when you abandon a flat roof building, not checking on it all the time, water's going to get into all these seams between them steel beams, and it's going to start to disintegrate the building. That's probably most like what happened, but I don't know for sure, so it's gone.
Describe the neighborhood around the church.
Well, the best feature of it, of course, is the Thompson Triangle, which is across St. James Avenue. And inside there, they have a very elaborate fountain. And they have circular paths around the outside. And around that Thompson Triangle are very elegant Victorian homes, most either in the stick style or the Queen Anne style. And so it's quite nice to rock around that park. And so it took its name from the park itself. Thompson Triangle was a park, and they named this Congregational Church, Park Congregational Church, after the park itself. And it was a whole McKnight neighborhood was a neighborhood made as a trolley neighborhood, the first trolley neighborhood in the United States. A lot of Victorian homes grew along here. And so this church must have been a beautiful look to that whole gorgeous neighborhood.
Thanks for tuning in to Canal Days and today's episode on the Park Congregational Church in Springfield, and joining us on our journey through the rich history of the Connecticut River Valley. We hope you enjoyed uncovering some of the hidden gems and fascinating stories that shaped the past in the state of Massachusetts. A special thanks to Robert Comu, founder of Historical Tours of Greater Holyoke, for sharing his passion and expertise with us. Remember, you can find more information about Robert's tours, book private tours, and explore Canal Days video and podcast series at holyokecanaltour.org. And if you enjoyed today's episode, please like, comment, and share. We'd love to hear your thoughts and suggestions for future episodes. Until next time, keep exploring and discovering the history that surrounds us. And thanks for listening, and don't forget to tune into our next episode of Canal Days on holyokecanaltour.org. Until next time.